Don't forget the ads, feed the ducks. And the ducks we're raising this year, we're donating to the local food banks. If you want to help out the Duck Adventure, the link below, 50 Ducks in a Hot Tub. You can buy one of these t-shirts. You can donate monthly. You can make one-time donation. And the most important thing you can do is like the video and don't forget to share it, guys. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Duck Adventure for August the 13th. And the ducks are they're sleeping right now. Hello, ducks! They're pretty quiet. Look at this. They're all waiting for me. They're being really quiet, actually. All right, I'm gonna set the cameras up and we'll get this happening. Guys, I think we lost the duck yesterday. When they came all back from the lake and I saw that hawk flying around the other end of the lake, then they all came back really fast. I never came down here because I saw all the ducks come back to the yard. Well, I think we had a massacre here, and I'm just looking if there's any blood. And I don't see any blood though, but an awful lot of feathers. Okay, so we got like a massive bunch of feathers here, but no sign of blood at all. I gotta be careful here because there's big holes everywhere. And same here, but no sign of blood. Just a ton of feathers, and unless something grabbed it and took off with it. And come to think of it, last night when I let Doug out, guys, he had his nose up in the air, and that's when he came down here into the swamp, and he did the perimeter walk around the swamp, and he pushed all the ducks that were down here back up into the yard. I'm wondering if we had a visitor here yesterday, and that's what Doug was smelling because he took a real interest in the swamp, and had his head up in the air, smelling like he usually does when something's around that shouldn't be around. And the fact that the amount of feathers, this is crazy, the amount of feathers. We might just have a big predator here, we might have a coyote actually, because the fact that there's no blood and it's just feathers, there's absolutely no blood on the ground. But it's just the amount of feathers. Usually when this many feathers get ripped out, you get some skin tear and you get some blood. Well, hopefully today we get a stamp of approval from the vet and Doug can get back to work here and we'll make short work of whatever's happening here. I'm down here setting the camera up, guys, and I can see ripples in the water. And I thought, okay, is that a snapping turtle? Because the ripples, I couldn't see a duck. Then around the corner, here comes it is, survivor duck. So this is, I think, day 3 that she's been down at the lake. Just look at her. I don't know what's with these ducks when they get it in their mind that they want to stay at the lake and then they just don't come back. But she's coming over to me. But she ever looked good though. The water has really made her nice and white. Because she was looking pretty rough there. She had that dirty color on her feathers. She looks awesome, actually. Just look how pretty she looks. Oh. I guess she's heading back. But no sign of that little female peking that was down here. She's just, unless she's gone back to the flock, she's joined them up, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna set the camera up here. That clump of feathers though, that bothers me. We really need Doug back here. And just the fact last night, that he was out and he wouldn't listen to me. He was down in the swamp and actually he went brain dead, with his head up in the air smelling. I know why now. Something was here. He knew it and I didn't. All right, let's wake these ducks up. On, duckies. Look at them all sleeping. They're all pretty laid back. And Survivor Duck did come back. There she is. She followed me back, actually. So she's coming back to eat and spends the night at the lake like a little tramp. All right, let's get these ducks to the lake. Oh, there's Handicap Duck walking around the pen. Well, she's doing better. All right. Come on, ducks. Come on, Muscovy, wake up. All right, ducks, let's go to the lake. It's going to be a gorgeous day today. Survivor duck's going into the pen. Maybe she's going to go lay an egg. Look at her waddling her way in. Huh, Muscovy? Let's go. You know, this water, they like this water for some reason. I don't know what it is. You know, the pen's got fresh water. Come on, let's go. Oh, Doug would make this so much easier. Oh, they're getting in the groove. Look at them heading. They're going. Muscovies are always at the back. Oh, Muscovies, come on. You're so slow. Okay, that's Survivor Duck. She's back. You're going back out to the lake. You know, the only thing that makes Muscovies move fast is if Doug's behind them. And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends, and enjoy the show. This is getting really tricky to walk here. It's deceiving where you can walk and where you can't walk. Oh, I've gone in the wrong direction. It's really deceiving actually. And since the big rainstorm we had, it's gotten soft again. So that means the water level has come up and everything is really floating. And what you think is, you know, you'll see a high spot and you'll think, okay, I can step there. And some of the high spots are really soft. I don't know which is worse, walking through here with the camera or the canoe at the creek. Okay, well, there's some happy ducks. That's a safe place for them right now, until we figure out what the predator situation is. That's the first batch of feathers I've found on the ground yet. You know, I've not seen anything like that, and that's, you know, just exactly what the kill sites look like, except there was no blood, and that's the weird part. You know, usually you see a little trace of blood, but there was nothing. So we need Doug back real quick here. Let me see, I got that. They're so happy. Happy ducks. Happy ducks taste better. And like I said, I think there's 5 ducks in the yard, and one of them's Mo. Alright guys, I'm going back for breakfast. I'm starved. I've been up since 3:59. I've got to get some food into me quick. I've got a big day. I got to start harvesting today on my garden. One last view here before I head back to the house. Look at that bird. There's a whack of ducks out in the open. I can't believe this year how they're not like last year's ducks that stuck around the shoreline. These guys are actually swimming out in the middle of the lake. Which actually is a safe spot because a hawk won't screw with them on the water, and coyotes and foxes can't get them out there. So the question is today is how long are they going to stay down here? Because yesterday they were back, you know, it was like 25 minutes and they were back at the house. Speaking of coming back, look at Survivor Duck's coming back. But she was out all night, so that's alright. Navigate this quicksand bulrush mess. It's a lot softer than it was last week. Just all the rain, water levels up. Oh, little duck, you're the last to come down. So how many are in the yard right now? Like walking on Jello pudding, actually. Yeah, 5 ducks. 1 young male, 3 female breeders, and Mo. Poor little girl. She just, she's not having a very good life. I hope she's not suffering. But she's eating, which is a good thing. Just filling up her water here, and then I'll put her in for a quick swim. Okay, Survivor Duck is back here again. This duck, back and forth to the lake. When are you gonna fly, girl? We need some Muscovy flying action. I think she's going through a molt though. She's got a bunch of loose feathers. And her wing feathers look a little tattered. They aren't really smooth. Actually, that one there is getting new feathers. You can see the old ones on the back end of the wing. Here, I'll just try to get the shadow here. You can see it's there, and then the new feathers are on top of her wing. So, another month, maybe they'll start flying for us. You're really dirty. Actually, that's survival. What? Hang on here. Okay, that's bizarre. I thought Survivor Duck was the only one with a white head. We got 2 Muscovies with white heads. Now I don't even know which one's Survivor Duck, because I thought all of the breeders we had black tops on their heads. Unless they've lost the color on the top of their head, but this is the one that was down at the lake. Her feathers look really bad, actually. Actually, I'm noticing here this one's losing her black on the top of her head also. They're losing their marking, so it's going to be virtually impossible to tell them apart here shortly. So what do we got here? Any eggs? Oh, look at this. 2 eggs. Nice and clean, too. They don't look like Muscovy eggs, but who knows right now. I don't know what we're getting. Oh, 3 eggs. They've got a slight beigey tinge to them here. Yeah, they're Muscovy eggs. Muscovies are still laying. Oh, you're really eating up a storm here. Hang on, little duck. Hang on. Relax. Don't make me drop my eggs. There. You look like you needed a little bit of drink here. There. She's such a cute little duck. Oh, we'll see how long she lasts. She's eating on her own, and I have watched her come to the bathtub for water. Except that every time I put her in it, she drinks a ton also, so I don't know what she's doing. I know one thing, I haven't seen her down at the watering station ever. She doesn't venture that far in the pen. You turn your head like you can see me. I know Doug's lost complete interest in you. We need Dougie back working here. Well, today 4 o'clock, Vet. Oh no, guys, we got a dead duck. Ah, another one. Damn. That's like 5 ducks this week. Well, let's do a check in the barn. I'm sure nothing else has happened wrong in here. Oh, it's really dirty. Oh, I guess after that rainstorm, everybody was coming in here. Okay, no dead ducks. Still amazes me how clean it stays in here. The metal shed gets much dirtier. They seem to like hanging in the metal shed more than the barn. I think Dougie's at the door. There's Dougie's. Come on out, Doug. Oh, Dougie. Yes, today 4 o'clock. You get your stitches out, and the vet's going to take a look and we'll find out what's going on with you. I know he really wants to run bad. And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends, and enjoy the show. Off to the vet we go, Dougie. Hopefully things are good news today, Doug. We need you back. Whoa! Oh, a little puppy Doug. 131.4. He's still the exact same. Oh, Doug. Smell them. Get it out of your system. Hello, Andrew Bender. How are you? Great. Too bad we couldn't get him to hold this still to look down his throat.
You have to teach chewing to stick his tongue out.
The thing is, I can stick my hand down his throat giving him medication. That's usually how I just pop the pills down the back of his throat. But the last month he's had so much screwing around with his mouth.
Yeah, he's gun shy.
He's seriously gun shy now. I really liked how you said that I could do this at home and it took 3 of us here.
Well, sometimes they're more relaxed at home.
And sometimes you can just grow those extra hands out of your ass.
Sometimes.
So, does it look good?
Yeah, that's fine. That way. And it's, you know, for having wrestled with him and pulled on his mouth and everything else, his breathing is quite good.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would be concerned about from everything that we did is that we never did find the tip of the quill. And if that started to reorganize and that lump started to form again, well, you know, we're back to forming an abscess again.
Yeah.
You know, that would be my primary concern. And it looks good today. I would hope that it would be great if he could have another week or so off, right? Because that soft tissue does take a couple of weeks to heal. So that would be fantastic. The worst thing that could ever happen is if he got in a tussle with a coyote.
Yeah.
That would be horrible, you know. So anyway, if there's a balance there that you can think of, then that would be great.
All right, guys, this is a little bit different video. I'm over at my buddy's place, well, actually my buddy's dad's place. He does honey, and I'm picking out some honeycomb, and I'm just in his honey shack here, and he's working, so we're going to do a little bit of filming, a little something for the duck adventure. Nothing to do with ducks, but hey, I love honey.
Okay, Bob. Do you want to say anything? You want to say hi to everybody on YouTube first to start off?
Hi.
All right, so what are you doing here, Bob?
We're in the process of extracting honey. I brought some comb. You can see a complete
It's full of honey.
of honey, yeah.
Is it ever full of honey?
It is. Some of them are not that full, but this is one frame is what we call it. I'm trying.
Okay.
Got a loss of words, I guess.
No problem. I have that happen to me a lot, Bob, so
anyhow,
don't worry.
So anyhow.
I think it's something to do with our age.
This is called uncapping.
Uncapping?
Uncapping.
Uncapping, okay.
And remove the wax cappings.
Okay.
The bees do that so that the honey will not take in moisture.
Oh, okay.
Honey is a substance that will absorb moisture out of the air, or if it's very dry, will release moisture into the air. Thus, when I come in with very wet honey that's not at grade,
okay,
I turn on the dehumidifier, leave it a couple of days, and it brings it down to the
okay.
proper moisture.
All right,
content.
okay.
But when it's fully capped,
it doesn't absorb moisture.
it prevents the moisture. Yeah, it's
so you get a nice, heavy, thick honey then.
Yeah, it's sealed, and also the bees will only cap it when it's at the proper.
Here, I'm going to try to get a. So this is I guess a special iron
this
for.
is called an uncapping plane.
Okay.
There are irons, there are knives, and if you're a big time, you have a plane that you just put the frames through. And
Well, this is a pretty big time here. There's a whole building dedicated to honey.
Yes, that's because I had a very close shave and almost burned the house down.
So you got exiled to the building
So
outside.
I better get out of the garage. I used to work down in the garage. You see, in the fall, under that tank, there's a 100-watt bulb.
Okay.
A 100-watt bulb.
All right. Okay. There's.
That keeps the honey warm so that it won't granulate on me as it gets colder in the fall months.
So I have a question for you, Bob. That's one of the things that I have a problem with is that, and probably my viewers also, when honey goes to that granular, what is the temperature that causes that?
It's not necessarily temperature, but if you have it at 80 degrees or plus 80 degrees Fahrenheit or plus, it won't granulate.
So is that
Most honeys granulate naturally unless it's been pasteurized.
Okay.
And I'd like to say this, a lot of people find, or the companies, the big packers like to tout the fact that they pasteurize their honey, but they do it not for health reasons or anything else. They do it because once you pasteurize honey, it won't granulate. But
Okay.
in so doing, you heat to do
You destroy
pasteurizing.
enzymes, don't you?
That's right. You heat the honey up to just below what they call where's the anyway, just before it spoils,
Okay.
and cool it quickly, and it changes the consistency of the honey. My knife's getting hot, so I'll cut that down a bit just to
Cooler off.
not let
Guys,
it
look
get
at the
it
honey.
smoke.
Look at, I don't know if that's picking up in the video, guys, but that's a serious amount of honey in that comb. How much honey would be in here by weight?
I don't know very much about these, but the big ones, these, I see, I deal mostly in the big ones. That one, those are called 9-inch frame, these are called 6-inch frames.
Oh, okay.
I deal mostly in 6-inch frames, but I had these that were near ready, so I thought I'd take them off. And but in the 9-inch frame, I'll get about 50 pounds of honey into a box. So, well, it might even be more.
All right, so this is what it looks like. Bob is going to put another 10 more in here.
You have to have the honey all off by the first few days of September and sock the miticides to kill the mites to them after you got your honey off.
Oh, okay.
If you wait any longer, the mites go rampant, and the eggs that the queen lays that would hatch to help survive the winter have been damaged by the mites if you don't get rid of them.
Oh, okay.
I found that out the hard way. One winter I had 32 hives, I think it was, 31, 30, anywhere above 30, and I ended up with 13.
The only reason I came over to the shack was to get some honeycomb because I saw it sitting in the garage and I thought, I got to get myself some honeycomb. I didn't know you were doing
there's
this
some
today.
here.
Yeah.
You just have to lift up that towel there and you can take a shot of it with your...
So you're saying this is the best one yet?
I've ever had in completeness, cleanliness.
It is nice and clear looking.
And the honey is really delicious. If you want to taste it, Matt.
Well, I'm buying one, so
Yeah, well, you don't bother that one.
well, I'm going to eat it.
Just close it,
Okay.
and you're going to take a little piece off one of the frames there. You'll have to cut it yourself.
Fresh honeycomb right off the frame here.
Here it is. Here's
Oh, look at this. I love honeycomb. Oh. Oh, it's very nice and sweet. That is so tasty. That one has a lot of honey on it. You can see it. It's almost like a mountain
Yeah.
of honey coming out of it.
This whole box was like this.
That's a lot of honey, that one.
I did.
Well, I came over just for honeycomb and I got a lesson here.
And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends and enjoy the show. Well, Doug and I are back. I got serious gut rot, guys. I ate way too much honeycomb. I didn't count on that. I stopped actually over there on the way back from the vet, and I didn't know that my friend's dad was working in the honey shack, and I saw the honeycomb in the garage, and I got talking to him, and I thought, oh, I'll grab the pivot heads and do a little recording, show you guys, what I didn't even know. I didn't know how you do it, so I thought I'd share it with you. I learned something today too, so it's new to me. But we might be able to go over there again in August. He was telling me the third week of August that that's when he really starts cleaning out the hives, because he's got to get them out. Everything's got to be cleaned out so that the mites don't start infesting the hives in September. So we'll see what happens here this month. But it seems this afternoon, while Doug and I were gone at the vet, nobody got killed because the ducks are relaxed. There's a whole bunch of ducks down at the creek. But that doesn't really mean anything, knowing ducks, because, they'll sit right beside their friend getting eaten. So, but I'm going to do the chores here, and, well, not chores, I got to fill up the feeder. And I'm going to go for a quick walk just to see if there is any more death down at the swamp. Oh, by the way, guys, the vet really would like Doug to rest at least another week. He said that would be, the ideal situation. So I'm gonna let Doug do a little bit of running and a little bit of, being active. But I'm gonna watch out that he doesn't get a little too carried away, because the vet said really, another 7 days until the pinkness goes out of his incision. He really shouldn't do that much. He should really still take it easy.
But I want to show you, we're nice and close here right now to the little heel duck. Look at that little duck. Her neck is almost completely healed, guys. That is unbelievable. Like, look at that. And considering, you know, her neck was completely ripped off clean. That's amazing. I'm gonna go for a quick walk down to the swamp here, make sure everything's all right, and then I'm going to fill the feeder up. Look at Doug. He's just trucking through the mud. Oh, he's probably loving the feel of it through his toes. Hello, ducks. It's me. Doug, look at this. What a dog. It's been a month since you played in the water, Doug. Sorry about the bad camera there, guys. I was just looking to my left here because the ducks panicked, and something tells me that it's something to do with Doug getting out of the water, resembles something that's happened to them, which would be a coyote. And Doug's doing some sniffing here because I think we might have a scent. He's really interested. Well, if there's something here, Doug will, you know, mark his room, mark his territory, and Mr. Coyote will get a wake-up call. Hopefully, he doesn't show up for at least another week, and then Doug can get totally healed up, and then he can deal with the coyote if he had to. I wouldn't want him to have to deal with it right now because I know his neck is probably still a little tender. Hello, little ducks. It's me. Yeah, you can walk right by. Come on, you can come by. Better be quick before Doug comes over here. Oh, here comes Doug. Oh, Doug. Just look at him. He's not even interested in the ducks. He's just running the swamp. Ducks thought he was going after them, but he's so wound up, guys. He's got so much energy. Something has caught Doug's interest. He's really, really interested in smelling. Okay, I'm going to try to move over, guys, to get it. Whoa! Okay, something's been here. Doug is home in the area big time. He smells something. Like the dog's been doing, I haven't shown you everything, guys, but he's been laughing this whole area with his nose to the ground. He's got these poor little ducks freaked out down here because he keeps running around. I think he's catching the scent, and then he does a burst chasing the scent. You know, this kill site this morning,
It's just bizarre that there's no blood anywhere. Like, it's just a lot of feathers. Like a ton of feathers. It's, you know, it's almost like the duck got away. Man, that's a lot. That's the biggest kill site I've ever stumbled across, guys. I've never stumbled across an area with this many feathers. Usually when I find an area, it's about, you know, 18 inches in diameter, clump of feathers, and that's where, you know, the duck is being killed, and you know, usually he's killed, then they cart him off. But to have like a 12-foot strip of feathers is actually the biggest kill location I've ever stumbled across. I know one thing, Doug's really interested in this area. He's got his nose down on the ground smelling, so something's come through here. Something's been here. And Doug's, you know, 90% back. I'm gonna let him run and keep an eye on him, and you know, he's only got 6 more days of rest. Well, semi-rest. We'll see how it goes. I know one thing, the dog thinks he's healed. He's so happy to be back with his ducks. Oh, that must be handicapped duck. It's the only duck that Doug can get close to. Yeah, but it is handicapped duck. How come you're doing out here, handicapped duck? Hey? Because she walks right up. She's blind. She just almost walked right into the camera, guys. Doug, that's your duck, isn't it? Oh, I forgot. I got the hose running here, and the ducks have got a big puddle happening. Look at this dog. He's like ODing on the ducks right now. Doug, what are you doing? You know, he's happy to be out with the ducks, but I don't think the ducks are too happy right now. He's trying to get the ducks away from the edge of the bush. What a dog. Well, I'm gonna get the feeder happening here, guys, and get this thing filled up. I can't believe I blew the whole day. Well, between going to the, you know, running to town, going to the post office, and going to the vet, and then, you know, stopping at the honey, my buddy's place, his dad's place, actually my buddy's dad's place with the honey, I blew the whole day. Not much of a rush, guys. I'm really actually surprised. They're, I guess they ate 4 bags of food last night, so I guess they were full. It seems that if they have enough food to last them right through till morning, like if I come out in the morning and the feeder still has a little bit of food in it, it seems that night when they come back from the lake, they're not as hungry. But if, you know, let's say I only put 3 bags of feed in the feeder in the morning, if it's stripped clean, they go crazy when you go to feed them in the afternoon. As long as they can fill their bellies up all night, and, you know, when they leave to go to the lake with a full belly, they seem to be pretty calm and relaxed, which I'm really quite surprised that there's maybe 20 ducks at the feeder right now, and everybody else is still around the yard. Doug is on serious patrol though. He hasn't stopped. He's been well, I think a lot of it too is the fact that he's been locked up for the whole month here. Well, almost a month, 4 weeks it seems.
pretty close to 4 weeks. I think he's been locked up. So he's a little bit OD in here on freedom again. But he's taken off on me about 3 times now to go down to the bush and the swamp. So there's obviously smells that he's interested in. Now there's a group of ducks at the lake. I don't know how many are down there. I didn't go down and take a look, but I saw them around there swimming, so I know they're there. But I can't believe how they're not hungry. Well, I shouldn't say I can't believe, because, you know, they left with a full belly this morning. Oh, there's a whole bunch behind me too. Actually, there's quite a few ducks behind me here. And the geese, they're hiding in the shade here. I know one thing, guys, I gotta go make supper. I ate way too much honeycomb. And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends.